one of the coolest things that I learned, I feel like, and I didn't learn it until college, from my head coach, was strategies of how to manage the out of bounds. This is not going to apply to jiu-jitsu. There is no out of bounds. I've seen people score on other mats, which I kind of like because you can't just run away. And that part of it's cool. The other part is like if you end up in a position, they pull you back to the center, and that's awesome. But, so this is wrestling, pure wrestling, okay? So, if, this is nice because the out of bounds is, you know, relatively small here, but I'm gonna pretend like this is the actual out of bounds or close to it just because we don't wanna end up on the concrete. But the idea is, if I need to score and I can manage the out of bounds, and guys at high levels are awesome at managing the out of bounds. This is folk style, because in freestyle you can push them out and get a point, okay? But in folk style, so high school, collegiate, if the guy's pushing me, now you can do your traditional shuck by, but I prefer this other one. And so if he's pushing me, and let's say, you know, my back's to the out of bounds, I have a really good opportunity to score. So first I'm gonna do this in slow motion, where he's pushing into me, and I slide him by, and as he continues to go, I dive to his ankles, and I keep my toes in balance, okay? When I first learned this in college, and I know this is simple stuff, but we're not doing this in the center of the mat. This is on the edge of the mat. This is where my toes are gonna be the only thing in balance when he goes out, okay? So keep that in mind. This is like, you know, I need to score, and you know, he's pushing it, and I pull my dive on his ankles here. It's such an easy way to score. And in the Northeast, where I wrestled in college, guys were amazing at scoring with 30 seconds left. So all the guys from Hofstra, Tom Ryan was the coach at the time when I was there. So he's the Ohio State coach now. Anywhere that guy goes, he produces All-Americans. And at Hofstra, all 10 of their starters were All-Americans. And they were amazing at scoring with 30 seconds left, because then now you have to come back to the middle. They would score right here on the out of bounds with these sorts of things. And now they get 30 seconds of riding time because they're going to hold you down like crazy. So now you're going in down in the second period, and you have to choose bottom, and then they're going to hold you for another 30 seconds, hopefully. Now they're up by 3, technically, right? Yep. Then they'll let you go. And so that's about managing a match, okay, the strategy. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can do your traditional, as you like collar tie here. You can do your traditional pull by. I don't like it. Brian Reardon, our head wrestling coach, liked this one better. I like it too because let's say that like we're really getting out of bounds and he's pushing me, and I throw him by and he stops. Okay, now if you're really good at this, I'm not, but we had guys on our team that were super awesome at judo. They'll catch the foot sweep on his way back, right? So they're catching him here, and so I prefer this one better because if I stop him here and he comes back, then I can get the foot sweep. Like I said, not my move. I've tried it. All I end up doing, especially in jiu-jitsu, is bang my toes up doing it. But so those are the 2 moves that I think are super awesome when your back is to the out of bounds. Okay, we're gonna just pull them by and dive on the ankles. Now, what if I'm winning and I want to play the out of bounds? In this case, we're gonna go back to our good position of underhook. Okay, we're gonna get the underhook, and we're gonna just keep our head here, or even better here. And see how his back is to the out of bounds. So I'm in control here. No ref is going to hit me for stalling if I'm doing all the control. So I'm pushing and pushing. He has to stop me. And when he stops me, I'm going to pull him down and spin behind. Okay, so you can manage. This is about managing your match. If you're winning, do not shoot. Because if he's any good, and the higher the level there is, if we're here and I'm hell-bent on, I'm going to take a shot on this guy, and I try to drop down to the single and he smashes me to the mat, you know what I mean? Like, now I'm like, oh man, he can spin behind me now, and I just got in trouble. So I'm just gonna keep my head here and block him because look, take a shot. He can't shoot, there's no way. And if I come up here, the forearm here, this is super awesome position. And yes, there's a lot of things I do from here, spinning him around and shooting the high crotch and all that. But if this is all about, you're up by points and you need to win, you're not gonna get hit for stalling if you're pushing him out of bounds. If he stops you, pull him down, spin behind, right? And so you can see like, it even off balance is enough to where he falls to the side, because what I'm doing is, I'm not just pulling it straight down, I'm circling it. So there's like that little detail. I'm circling it as I'm doing it. And so it's actually bringing this up, okay? But the idea though is, you know, I need to win and he needs to score. And if I'm just hell-bent on trying to like defend everything, I'm gonna get hit for stalling, and I'm really giving somebody who's got 30 seconds, 45 seconds, maybe a minute of honey badger like energy at me, you know, and I don't need that. So when, you know, he's coming at me like crazy, I need to work on getting the underhook and keep my head in position here. You know what I mean? And just drive him off the mat, drive him off the mat. If you drive him off the mat, the ref will know. They might not like it. It's kind of hard for them to hit you for stalling if you're being offensive. His coaches are going to be telling him, come on, come on, come on. And so you push, push, push. He has to stop you, you snap him down. And I don't have to spin behind, by the way. If he stops me here, right by the edge of the out of bounds, and I pull him down, like, I don't have to. I can stay here. You know, you can't do anything here. Okay, he's got to get out. If I go to the front headlock, yeah, he can drag out. So that could make things better. You know, I mean, you have to know what you're good at, right? Like for me, I feel very comfortable in the front headlock position, but if he's any good and he really needs to score, he might drag out of that front headlock. You just put yourself in more trouble. But, you know, the idea is managing the out of bounds, managing your time, you know, when you need to win. So I hope this helps. It helped me a lot in college. So, and it ties in a lot to the video I posted on getting him to push you back, right? Because that's the whole thing. And when he was pushing me and to the out of bounds and I shucked him by, right? It's me using his energy. And in this case, I'm pushing him until he stops me and using his energy. So let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Thanks.